Greetings everyone, my name is Utterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. In tonight's live stream, I'll be covering the level pack / quote-unquote fan game Mega Man Program Corruption by 20 Mitchell 02. Now, I covered a few of these levels before, but for the sake of this level pack, I'll be doing them again. Starting with this one, Cutman Sharp Fate, with 80 plays and a score of 26. This pack has 8 RMs and 6 Fortress levels. Welcome Jinoc, Hyper, Nuke, Fortanium, Jaden, Blake, and Pixel Boy. I'll play the rehacked version in the future, after another level pack. So early, it's 7:30. If I were to translate the times. I suppose they're remixes. I decided to move them a bit earlier so I have more time to stream in the evening, especially for streams like Super Cable Boy. And as a reminder to you all, there won't be any streams tomorrow morning, only tomorrow evening. As for Vector Man, I'll be playing it on normal mode. Is that alright with you, Jaden? I don't expect to do a no-death run, unlike Castlevania, but I'll at least play on normal mode and try getting to the end. Thank you. The only thing I know about the difficulty from sampling is that on hard mode, you have one less max health, and there are more enemies. The general gameplay should be about the same. Just need to check the history and I should be all set. Oh, don't worry. I'll be covering the second game on the 24th. To celebrate Pixel Boy's birthday. I never played the second one before, so that'll be a blind let's play. First one, I played up to... I never beat the game, but I got up to, at the very least, Twist and Shout. I think that's what the stage is called. The one with the big tornado. I never beat Metal Man Warhead for the last time. Then again, when I first played the game on Sega Smash Pack, I was far less skilled at gaming. I used to think the game was pretty difficult, but after sampling it, not so much. Oh, that's the one? Yeah, I never actually got past it when in my childhood. That's the final stage? Oh wow, I can't believe I made it to the final stage but never beat it. First one done. You know, that's actually quite interesting, NoobTuber. Rex Rocket, a Mega Man and Metroid-inspired official commercial title that used that exact same mechanic. Alright, let's randomly choose. The other RMs are Bomb, Skull, Time, Ice, Toad, Ring, and Pharaoh. Let's do Ring next. Trapped Flying. Next up is Ringman Trapped Flying. 61 plays, score 15. Most people never heard of Rex Rocket anyways. I want to warn you, that game is very tough. Rocket Knight Adventures is also on my 2 playlist. Bulk 1, Sparkster, and 2. Never played those games, but I'm very interested. I've heard a lot of good things about them. Pretty good. And a sword. Only one stage in the intro. Nothing much. One of my resolutions for this year is to cover more indie titles and get through my backlog of both keys and games I own. There are already over 100 games on the Epic Game Store which I never got to yet. So like a jetpack, yeah, that would be cool. That'd be more in line with Mega Man, I'd say. Bye, cat. It's not fully dead yet. The kill switch will be activated on January 12th, unless you download the patched version. Oh well, at least there's stuff like Flashpoint and Ruffle and the Flash Games archive. For now, Landy. Until the kill switch activates and then you need to download a patched version. Roku-chan was backed up, so it will not be dead. All these are remix levels, some more than others. Yep, someone, I know them in the Flashpoint server. They cracked the code on an earlier version of Flash, which doesn't have the kill switch anymore. So after January 12th, you need to download it in order to play Flash games. On your browser, that is. I'm just happy there are multiple projects currently in progress to back up all those Flash games. I'm mostly worried about the less popular and medium popularity games. That's backed up too. It will not be lost. This is the same reason why I like emulators. I'm not too worried about games that crossover because they're popular enough. I'm more worried about less popular titles. Dr. Life, I think is backed up. Snailiad, I'll have to double check. Next up is Skullman Lost Fossils. 66 plays, score 26. The designer of this level pack. Let's see. Hang on, it'll take a minute to load up. Are you thinking of alien hominid? I don't think that's right. Good job, Nuke. It gets easier over time, especially when you cross the 100 subscriber threshold. Probably those two power-ups are tied together. Well, this gimmick fits. Skull is a barrier user after all. On the note of RPGs we were talking about during the last stream, there are one or two RPGs which I will cover on this channel, one of which is Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass. It looks quite interesting. Sometimes it happens, Mr. Lee. War Voyage. Awesome ROM hack. It basically feels like a Mega Man fan game that sticks pretty closely to the normal formula while still being pretty good. Recommend it. Best OSTs? 4, 7, 9, maybe 11. Don't forget Mega Man and Bass, and Rockman World 5. Only 2. Down he goes. You were asking about Snailiat NoobTuber? That's been backed up on Flashpoint. Don't worry. Next up is Iceman Frozen Ruins. 116 plays, score 38. I'd like to have a special weapon exactly like that noob. A downwards facing grappling gun. Doesn't ring a bell, Jaden. Fun fact, to make this more difficult myself, I only assigned 1 button to shoot this time, when usually I assign 2 buttons to shoot. Oh, Framemakers? Is that Kickstarter game which is heavily inspired by Mischief Makers? If that's the case, yes, I've heard of it. course the bullets will show up. Isn't that like Rivals of Aether then? Oops. Neat, so another one of them. Fire uses in the original Iceman stage. We don't need to worry about green footholders, or rather footholders who can shoot at you. Even the person from Downwell? That's impressive. Please don't make me guess like this. Please don't do it. Especially when you force me forwards. That's one of the reasons why Heatman stage is problematic. That's cool. I don't have a utility that can allow me to skip this. See, if there was some outline or there was a bit more leeway, I wouldn't mind it as much. Mega Man, I've watched videos of it, but haven't played it for myself. You broke your computer? Ah yes, the footholders, the ones who can shoot at you. Because they're RNG, it was kind of annoying. I highly advise to go through it after you get the magnet beam. I've heard level 10. I suppose they could add Shovel Knight. Or Gunvolt. Or Yoka and Lily. Yeah, this felt like an improvement over the original stage. Whereas the previous stages felt kind of like side grades or downgrades, this one felt like an upgrade. Yep. Mega Man 1 had a huge assortment of issues and shortcomings. So, Cut, Skull, Ice, and Ring are down. Let's go after Pharoh in the Ancient Hopes next. 46 plays, score 20. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, on that note, you're right. We can add the boy from... Bastion. Or even Red from their second game. Nope. That's been nerfed. He no longer deals that crazy amount of damage. His eye slashes are still pretty damaging, but not to a crazy degree. Hey Sylveon. Transistor, that's the one. A game I also need to play. Super Arm is just too situational. When I say too situational, I mean there's only 3 or 4 spots where it's useful. 5 or 6 if you want to push it. Rolling Cutter, it's underwhelming. Hyper Bomb, if it exploded on contact, it'd be fine. But considering you have to wait all the time, yeah, it sucks. Rolling Cutter is my third least favorite. On the other hand, the Firestorm and Thunder Beam are fine. They're the best weapons in the game. Ice Slasher is also a pretty solid weapon, but you need to combine it with something. But you need to combo it with something else. And Magnet Beam is fun to use. He said official YouTube. Those are fan games. I feel 8 is easier. 5 and 8. No. 6 and 8 feel easier. Mega Man 2... I would actually rate to be in one of the harder parts of the series, to be honest. But that's due to more design issues. Mind you, I'm assuming you're playing on difficult mode. On easy mode, yeah, I can see why. They didn't really get a hang of the level design consistently until 4. Let's see. 6 and 8, yes. 5 has some difficult spots. X2 definitely. 3, I wouldn't exactly agree with that. Mega Man 2 is so widely loved because for many it was their first Mega Man game, or even NES game, or even first NES game, period. That's why. ZX, well, I have no opinions on yet. I only watched a Let's Play of the first one. 3 was simply rushed, and as such suffer from it. Hence the problems with the difficulty curve and the weapon roster being kind of wonky, along with a whole assortment of other issues. Yeah, but we talked about this several streams already. Next up is Time Man Against the Clock. 51 plays, score 21. One of the main changes I would make to the Zero series that would automatically make it better in my own eyes would be to increase the screen real estate so you can see further ahead. That's my biggest issue with it. You know, funny enough, we talk a lot about the classic, and to a lesser extent the X-Zero and ZX series, but we don't really talk that much about the Legends series here. Or Battle Network. Well, I understand why Battle Network and Star Force, because that's another universe, but Legends takes place in the same timeline. Mega Man 10 felt like it pandered to Mega Man 2 far less than 9. If anything, Mega Man 10 reminds me more of Mega Man 3 in some regards, although far more polished. Third-person action-adventure shooter. Kinda reminds me of the Zelda franchise, especially 2. But again, I never played them. I only watched the full LP by Clement of the first game. I can see why. The Battle Network and Star Force franchise were inspired by collectible card games. Not so much as 3D graphics, but more as control scheme. It really shows its age, especially if you don't play with analog sticks. Hopefully it gets uncancelled. Depends on which weapons. I highly advise you go for the Triple Blade, Solar Blaze, Wheel Cutter, and maybe the Water Shield first. Most of the weapons in 10 felt kind of bland to me, but you already know that. Hello, Paul. Eleven was an awesome return to form. Poor Thunderwolf. Thankfully Magma 1, Magma 1R, and Mega Man Maker fixed it, turning into more of a point-and-out weapon. All the weapons in 11 feel like they're balanced and useful. Frankly, I feel it's more important for all the weapons to feel useful rather than balanced. That's why, even though the Mega Man 9 weapon set is quite powerful, overpowered in several cases, all the weapons feel useful. That's why I still mark it over 2. Eleven's Fortress, however, was too short. It needed 2 more stages. They never really explained why Mega Man drops his weapons, officially that is. As a reminder, you can both admit the game's flaws and still love the game. More like Pebble Man. I suppose so, Jaden. Otherwise, I can't really think of a reason why. It's not like he's forced to rush into battle that fast. Precisely, Roscato. Plus, the Fortress stages didn't really reuse all the gimmicks in the previous 8 stages. That'd be fun to use Noob. Maybe not all the weapons, but at least some of them. I would agree with you, Roscato. That's the unstated theory of Fort. I just want an official stating of that. But even then, You can at least store in the archives until they're necessary, and then bring them out when Wily inevitably decides to take over the world again. 1 and 2 are fine. 3 felt like the rematch stage, 4 was leading up to Wily. Next up is Bomb-Man Explosive Crisis, with 163 plays and a score of 68. For X, it makes more sense, not being tempted by the power, but yeah, please let him keep his armor. I'm happy they did that for X5, although they may have broke the power curve a bit. Or at least give a better justification why he loses his armor. Similar to what Corrupted is leading up to. Funny enough, I've been discussing Mega Man in general more than the level pack I'm playing. It's just that it's... outside of some of the stages being marginally better, marginally the same, or marginally worse, there isn't really that much to talk about. This pack as a whole so far has been... simply existing. It's not bad nor good, it's simply mediocre to me. That's how I say, Rain. Sometime this month, Sally. It doesn't really do anything bad. It's just that it does the basics. Yeah, that's one reason. The other reason is so you don't break the power curve. If you have to take into account all the abilities the players earned in the previous game, it can really break the difficulty curve. Because here's 2 ways you can do it. I can think of speculating. One of which is when the developers don't allow it. When they don't allow it, they can then build a challenge for newcomers better and start at a level playing field. Or they can decide to keep the moves and abilities the players acquired from the previous game. But then you may have a problem if you want to reintroduce all the new gimmicks and mechanics to newbie players. You may end up with a situation where they're locked out. Most games decide to go for the former, barring some exceptions. One good example is Banjo-Tooie, where instead of losing all the abilities at the end of Kazooie, they still maintain them and gain even more. Mass Effect is one of them, where you directly transfer data from one game over to the other. However, there's another game you can think of. The Hack Quadrilogy. Do you know of the Dot Hack RPG games, Jaden? That also had data transfer. I know a few others did too, but they tend to be RPGs. I'm talking about full data transfers, where a lot of the data in the previous save or game is transferred over to the next game. I'm not talking about small bonuses and whatnot. Yep, Dot Hack. Let's see. All of them have been defeated, with the exception of Toadman in the Berserk Forest. 40 plays, score 13. Yeah, that would be a nice bonus. See, right now, unless you don't have the games, I don't really find it that interesting to... I don't really find that appealing to purchase the X Collection. The bonus features like the documentation are nice, but outside of that and perhaps the X challenge mode, it doesn't really appeal that much to me. I already have most of the games on disc. If you don't, however, it's fine. Plus, there are other issues present in the collection. For instance, input lag. Fun fact, when the devs announced they were buffing up the Hyper Bomb, I didn't expect them to buff it this much. I expected it to explode on contact as it does now, but I didn't expect the cross-size explosion. Yeah, thank goodness. The Zero/ZX collection is miles better than the X Series one. Classic was fine, the first one specifically, but the second one faltered, and then we had issues with X1. Put it another way, the Classic and X collections are all emulations, whereas the Zero and ZX ones are ports. That doesn't mean they have their own issues. See it at one stage in Zero Tree, but overall, they're superior. What I recommend is, if you don't have the original games, what I suggest is, for the Classic and X collections, if you don't have the original games, sure, purchase them on Steam. But if you do, I'd advise just emulating them. For the Zero and ZX collection, however, it's a toss-up. Even if you have the originals, I still advise purchasing them on Steam. That I don't remember. Essentially, due to how they placed the save points in that one stage, it ended up deleting one of the necessary objects for progression, unless you damage boosted. Nope, only the stage, and it was presented on Twitter by a user, and it was confirmed by a few other people. I think it was the stage with the junk or lava. It wasn't Phoenix Magnion. Yes, probably Blizzard. That's the one. Burn-in Blizzard. I'd advise trying at least X8. See if you like that. Thankfully, with stuff like the Magma engine, it's becoming more and more possible, Jaden. You can have the traditional boss doors or invisible ones. That's all 8 RMs defeated. Be right back in a moment. With the 8 arms defeated, it's time to pay a visit to Dr. Light's Fortress. 33 plays, score of 8. Hey Zerlings, welcome. Please don't spam GG. Just write it once. Not quite Pixel Boy, but... You know Wily, he's known to frame people. Well, we went to 8 RM stages. I like how in the start we have access to the special weapons. The only downside is that we can't carry over E-tanks between stages. There's no starting room for that. That's my bad. Oh, that one? Was that the Dragon Ball one? Not yet. I was busy for the rest of the day. That's the one with the farmer and the shotgun. Take it slow and steady. Hey, Ruslan. One of the neat challenges added to this. I'm not falling for that. Plant and tornado. I'll defeat Plant first. That's where engines like Mega Makes are for. On to Dr. Light Stage 2. 48 plays, and that score. 6 is funny. The animations were the best part of Boom. By far. The games were mediocre at best. I like there are two ways of doing this. The safer way and the faster way. This song is from Mega Man 9 Wily Stage 2, Where Are the Robots? It's already pretty obvious where these are popping up from. Was it Wily Tree? Okay, Wily Tree then. The super arrow is already pretty fun by itself. The utility that really needs more work is probably the wire adapter. Give that a grapple ability. Oh, that was a close one. Let's defeat Charge Man first. Now, Concrete Man. Last but not least is Dr. Light Fortress Stage 3. 54 plays, score 16. Shorter one. No, he was Mum. Rematch time? Nope. Just the boss. Just want to determine if you're weak to this. And this works too. I think this is basically a weakness. Oh, my second least favorite? Mega Man Calmaxian Edition. Let's see. Horrible music. Physics were really off. Some of the levels extended for way too long. Not that many interesting gimmicks. Enemy spam. Inconsistent difficulty progression. Bad checkpoint placements. Graphics were very amateurish at times. It simply didn't feel fun to play. That was put in the garbage bin though, so... So that's all the Dr. Light stages, but of course, Wily's behind it all. Wily Stage 1, 30 plays, score 7. Mega Man OP has several things that are straight up superior to Calmaxian Edition. For one, the physics feel right, controls are responsive, there isn't really that much enemy spam, the difficulty progression is better, checkpoint placement's better, weapons are fine, music isn't painful to listen to, so yeah, better in every category. I know I also kind of dislike McGee M&A, but that's still better than Calmax or Rockman R. At least that always had responsive controls. And actually better level design. Time Adventure hasn't been released yet, so I can't say here and now. Rockbot is also kind of abysmal. Not abysmal, but just there. You'll have to pirate it. Funny enough, just a few days ago, I discovered that in addition to Rockman R2, Capricorn has released a bunch of other Mega Man inspired fan games, especially in the Toho realm. Calmax, or Cal Edit. Rockbot has been undergoing several changes recently, so I don't know what else to think about it. Yep, Rockman R costs money. That's why it's DMCA'd by Capcom. It's one thing to make paid fan games for stuff like Toho, because Sun's okay with it, but for Mega Man, no. Yeah, that's Rock Maiden. Mega Mario is also my to-play list. Eventually. Yeah, it does play pretty weirdly. It's illegal unless the creators are okay with it. See Zun. T-O-U-H-O-U. Toho. Well, in a few months, perhaps. There are a bunch of other fan games and commercial titles that need to be done. All I know is that Mega Mario is really hard. '42 was also not that good. outside of special weapons. Enemy spam, well, bullet spam is to be expected. Dated fan culture, well, it could be a product of its time, so it's fine. 42's weapon set was the best part of the game. The rest was subpar, at best. 42 was a joke fan game, sure, but it didn't really feel that nice to play. Next up is Fortress Stage 2, 23 plays, score of 5. And yes, I LP'd that game already, so you can see my thoughts as I played it live on my channel. I don't like any of the stage teams for 42. Some, like Rocket Man, are just... oof, my ears. Wily Stage 2 was, I guess, the best one, but it too could do with some reduxing. Mega Man vs. YouTube 2 was supposed to come out 2 years ago, or 1 year ago, but the creator decided to temporarily shelve it for better quality polishing. After a certain YouTuber pointed out many of the flaws in Mega Man vs. YouTube and Mega Man OP. And no, that YouTuber isn't me. It didn't get canned, it temporarily got shelved. Hard at 5, well, I don't think that'll happen, they're kinda busy. Yes, Roscato, and Sylveon, and that's all I'll say on the matter. Rematch this time. Time to suss out weaknesses. He's weak to this. Uh-oh, I realized I have to do this on one life. Rocks is also on my to-play list. We'll see what happens. Part of 4 will be Let's Plays to prevent the lag issues everywhere. That's the only reason why I didn't use a stream for the LP version. It just lagged so randomly. He's weak to slowing down time. Hit him. There's also Quinn's Revenge. He can crouch there too. Can I do this all in one go? Or will I end up dying? Oh, Pharoh. Thank you, Riscato. As a reminder to you all, links to my Discord server are present on the bottom right part of the screen, as well as in the description below. You want Skull? I'll assign your roles after the stream. In fact, this is one of the only weapons that can pierce right through his barrier. Eventually, once 1.7 hits the servers, I'll never have to do that again. Who's left? You must be weak to this then. And done. We'll have a makeshift currency system. I'll give my final thoughts on the assault pack as a whole once I'm done with the next stage. So far, I feel the most interesting set of stages were the first set of fortress levels. They're the one that grabbed my attention the most. Outside of that, this has been thoroughly meh. Do I have a deflector shield? No, I don't. Hi, you two. Hi, Lime. Welcome. Pretty much, Jaden. It uses the levels of the base, but doesn't really expand upon them or explore them enough. One left. Time to battle Wily. 96th place, score 31. And as a reminder to all of you watching, you can find the timestamps in the description below on YouTube. Some levels were marginally better, like Iceman's stage, but that's about it. Wily time. Spark, stone, plant. Your turn, stone. Now your turn, Spark. Now let's do it the fast way. First phase done. Whoa, all those thrills. An extremely good house instead. I don't care really much of gold. Double grenades. Oh, that's a problem. I don't have any tanks. The problem is... At least I get a checkpoint in the middle. And not too bad of a fight, thanks to these platforms. In fact, I'll do Buster only. One down, one left to go. Keep doing that, please. Once it's down to one, it's pretty simple. Done. One of the more fun battles of this pack. I don't even know what the plot of the game is, other than why they corrupted part of the levels and framed light. So here are my overall thoughts on Mega Man Program Corruption. It was simply mediocre. My favorite parts of the pack were definitely the first set of Fortress stages by Light, and to a lesser extent, the second set of Fortress stages and Iceman. My biggest issue is that even though these feature reduxes of the original levels, most of them feel like marginal improvements or marginal feeling the same. They don't really do much to explore the gimmicks in new and interesting ways, or even have that good of a climax either, so everything feels like it simply exists. Even most of the bosses outside of Fortress stages felt kind of eh. In some ways, Unknown is better, like the boss fortresses. So, okay at best. Don't recommend this one. Hopefully the rehacked version is better. Nevertheless, there are many ways you can improve. There's nothing I would say that's outright bad about this. It's just simply mediocre at best. My biggest suggestion would be to explore your mechanics more for each of the stages. So thanks for watching the stream, everyone. As a reminder, there's no stream tomorrow morning, only tomorrow evening. Well then, thanks for watching, and have a nice day.